Hey guys, Alex here with Moby's Venture. In this video we're going to be unboxing and installing a shift knob on Moby here. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright you guys, so here we are inside the garage and we've got our box here that our shift knob came in. So we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. Of course it's got our shipping stuff there on it. I ordered this shift knob from Amazon, but it is not a product that is sold by Amazon. It was sold by an individual seller and shipped by them as well, though I did it through Amazon. But it's nice little packaging, nice little box. We can get the plastic off. All right, and got some tape here. So we'll grab a knife real quick. And we will cut that. Again with our cheapo razor blade, again making an appearance in one of these videos. All right, so it looks like we've got some sort of hardware here. And this is the shift knob. So you can see it's very well packed. I don't remember the seller's name, otherwise I would include it on here. If I remember, I'll try to find the name and put it in the description to this video. So this looks like it's been taped quite well. So we're gonna get our cheapo knife one more time and cut some of this tape. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the other side. Maybe look. Oh, there we go. And here we are. Darth Vader. Oh yeah, it's got all these fancy swirls in his helmet. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Wars nerd. We'll just call it what it is. I'm a nerd. But that's okay. I love Star Wars. And this thing looks exquisite. Fits in the hand good. Oh yeah, I'm excited about that. Okay, so shift knob. There's the hole. And let's see the hardware that they gave us. I'm not sure what is going to be in here. This is the first time I've ever done anything with a shift knob. I have looked up videos on removing shift knobs and whatnot. So it looks like maybe this goes on first. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And we've got an Allen wrench with some little teeny tiny screws. I'm not going to take those out because I'll lose them. And it looks like we have a couple more. Okay, so it looks like these are size based. So depending on what size the actual shifter rod is, well, I guess depend on which one you use. And I guess here are the holes for those little screws. So, okay, I think I understand. So you'll put this on and you'll tighten the screws just to make this tight. So it's just a universal fit shifter that can go on any knob. That makes sense. That appears to be what it is anyway. Okay, so of course, first things first, after getting this thing out and admiring its beauty, is getting off the shifter knob that's already on the Jeep. So let's go ahead and go take a look at that as I knock everything over. All right, you guys, so here we are inside the Jeep. And of course, here is our shifter knob. We are not going to be replacing the transfer case knob, which is just on the other side of the shifter here for the four-wheel drive. We're not doing that. We're just working on the shifter knob. And first things first, we got to get this off. Now, if you've watched any other videos on this, then you know that this can be quite troublesome. This shifter knob is not a screw-on, screw-off knob. It seems to just kind of latch down. And there are a lot of, I guess, different videos on this, although in reality the methods don't seem to vary all that much. The only differences in what you see people do is really seemingly just how much force they apply trying to get this off. Now, I will say that some people try to save it and not break the internal parts, and some people just don't care, they just try to yank it off. I really don't want to break it, because if I ever get a new Jeep, I might want to bring my Darth Vader knob with me and just put this back on when I get rid of this Jeep, because cars wear out over time. So I really don't want to break it. Now, I've found, I guess, what I think works for me, and I'm going to show you guys. So I know that this video isn't very zoomed in, but I think you should be able to see okay. All right, so getting this thing off. Now, like I said, this thing is not a screw on, screw off. It just kind of latches on. Most people either try to pull on it with their hands with varying amounts of success, and other people try to like attach ratchet straps to it and ratchet it off. And I just really don't want to do all that. Before this video, I tried pulling it off with my hands. I'm gonna guess that this thing's probably never been pulled off before. I just couldn't get it. Maybe I'm just weak, I don't know. But I just couldn't get it off, and I also didn't want it to come flying off or whatever. So I kind of toyed around, and I actually already had this off. I was just kind of experimenting before. I got it off with the method I'm about to show you, and maybe it'll come off easier this time because I've already gotten it off, but we'll see. So first things first is we're actually going to remove this bottom part right here. Now, I don't know how well you can see that because it's black all the way up and down until the very top, but there's like a little extra neck piece down here at the bottom before you get to the main ball of the knob. And so we're just going to take a screwdriver and we're just going to kind of ply that off and down. And you just kind of want to go around, you know, just be easy. You don't want to scratch anything. I mean, unless you just don't care about your knob or the aesthetics or whatever. But just go around the edges and just kind of put the screwdriver, and you can see it just kind of slipped off. Be careful you don't stab your finger in the little crack in between the main ball of the knob and that little piece, and just kind of wedge it down. And it's attached in two places, I think, on either side. So mainly once you get around those areas, it should just come right off. It's a little bit harder down here because I'm not level with it and I can't see what I'm doing. But the reason why we do this is in the hopes that maybe it will make it a little bit easier, but also because of what we're about to do next. This needs to be off. Okay, so we got that off. Okay, just be gentle with it if you're trying to save it, and just be patient. Okay. All right, so we're done with the screwdriver. Now what we're gonna do is I've got a rubber mallet, and I have just a blunt metal piece. Okay, you just want something that's blunt that you can tap on. Okay, now after this little piece is off, you can see where, I don't know how to describe it, but where it attaches onto the main ball here, and there are little grooves here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this little blunt metal piece and wedge it in one of those little grooves, and then just tap on it until this comes off. And it worked for me. Now, it may not work for the position that I'm in. I may have to cut the video and move around and do it just so I can get a better angle. But it worked really well. And I tapped it a few times and it just popped right off. No damage. And then I showed it back on. It still clicks. It's fine. I will say before I do this that in case you're wondering why I'm not just using a screwdriver, why this needs to be a blunt metal piece, is because of this plastic under here. I tried the screwdriver at first, just kind of wedging the screwdriver up in there and tapping it. But this plastic piece down here, when I tried to tap the screwdriver was cutting into it. And like I said, I don't want to mess this up. So I just stopped doing that. So just find something blunt that's, you know, not too tiny or too big, just kind of fits right in there, and just tap on it and it'll pop off. So I'm gonna try and do this from this angle so you can watch. Hopefully it won't pop up in my face, but we'll see. Okay, so it looks like I'm just gonna have to come around and get a better angle where I can hit this mount a little bit better. But we'll pop that off and then we'll pick back up after that. Okay, you guys, so here we are. We've gotten the shift knob off, doing exactly what I was just showing you. I just had to come around where the camera is standing now and get just a better angle and tap it a little bit harder. And it came right off. And so there we are. And like I said, I haven't damaged this. I may have nicked it a couple times with that metal piece, but I haven't damaged it. I can still use it. And we've got that little plastic piece here. And just to keep everything together, I'm just going to slide that back on here, and I'll put that in a safe place in case I ever want it later. Or in case the shift knob, I just don't care for it after a week or two. Okay, so here we are. Now, as you saw in the unboxing, we've got these different little pieces depending on how big the actual rod is here. But actually, this rod is just too big for any of these. So what's going to happen is this shift knob is going to go straight onto the rod, and then we'll tighten it down and see what happens. So we'll go ahead and slide this guy on here, and it's pretty snug fit. There's a little wiggle, but that should be taken care of once we put the little screws in that'll tighten it. So on here, as we pointed out in the unboxing video, you can see these little holes in the side of the base here. There's looks like it looks like there's 3 of them. So we'll put those little screws in there with the Allen wrench and tighten it down, and that should keep it from wiggling. All right, so once again, slide this guy on here. It's looking slick. Okay, just want to make sure that he's nice and, you know, oriented the way I want him. Maybe just a little bit at an angle. Just feel how it feels in the hand. Make sure it feels all right. And it does. So we're gonna go ahead and open up our little baggie with our little teeny tiny screws. And it looks like they gave us extras. It looks like we have 6. Although it looks like some of them are a little bit bigger than the others. Looks like we have 3 that are a little longer than the other 3. I don't know if that has to do with these plastic pieces or what. I don't know. But we'll go ahead and dump these guys out and get these things going. Okay. All right, so I guess we'll use we'll see how the longer ones do. I'm not sure if it'll make a difference. If it does, maybe if they stick out, maybe we'll just go with the short ones. Okay, yeah. So it looks like they might stick out a little bit. So we're gonna go with the shorter ones. So it looks like those little tiny screws are perfect. They are completely flush with the outside. And now we just need to put the other 2 in. As you can tell, like I said before, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I love Star Wars. And we have more Star Wars themed videos planned for the future for Moby here, so stay tuned if you like Star Wars. If you don't, stay tuned anyway. It's good for the channel. All right. And I think we're good, folks. Oh yeah, that feels good. That's nice. Alrighty. Darth Vader shift knob. Hey you guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully this was helpful for some of you. I know that as we mentioned before, that removing that shifter knob can be quite a task, gives a lot of people a hard time. So hopefully this gives you a fairly simple and easy way to know how to do that. Even if you don't plan on putting a Darth Vader shifter knob, if you plan on changing your shifter knob, hopefully this was helpful. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video or our other videos, please hit that like button or especially that subscribe button. And we hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one.